And you'll start to see, I'm going to take this off for just a second, Dan, thanks. So here comes the wire. So right up at the area of the elbow, there sometimes is some funny anatomy. And he's golfer's elbow. No. Okay, come on up. It's like tennis elbow, but golfer, that means you're holding onto the club too tightly, you know that. If you hold onto the club too tightly, you're not. I do, yeah. It's a very tough game. We're finding all these small arteries. We know where we want to go. You know what, Dan? Give me that torquer back. So we're just going to steer a little bit. So this is the only, it's not a challenge that much, but there are a lot of little branches, and we want to be very careful so we don't poke through any little teeny branches. So we'll just go a little bit north here. And there's a fair variety. There we go. So now we're going up where we want to. That's a carotid system up there. We're not going to go there. We'll steer a little bit downstream. Now we're going down where we want to. And Dan's going to straighten out the table a little bit. So now our wire is in the ascending aorta. You can see it's now in the coronary sinus is there. If you take a look on the movement there, I don't have a pointer, but there's calcium in the right coronary artery that we can see. There's also a stent in the right coronary artery. All right, there you go. So our little guide wire is coming out. We're going to attach to the manifold here. The manifold is really important. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get any air out of the system by drawing back. We don't want to inject air, obviously. We don't want to inject any clot. So how we handle the manifold is really important. And it does several things for us. One is it enables us to inject contrast, flush. It also enables us to measure pressure. And that waveform, are you seeing wave? Yes, you are seeing waveform as well. That's the aortic pressure here. And we follow that, so that's important. So we're going to go ahead and put this into the left anterior descending. We're pretty close, but it's a little bit short, isn't it, huh? Sir, do me a favor, take a big breath in, would you? Big breath. Not a guy. Okay, breathe normally. Let's center that a little bit, Dan, if you would. So we'll do a little clockwise. There we go. So it wants to go in, but it's kind of going in and out. So what we'll do is just kind of pull that catheter back a little bit and try to hook that. So the catheter that we're using is just a little bit short for him, but I think we've been able to wedge it in there okay. All right. So we'll do our first. This is the AP position. One of those slides that we showed you was AP position. We're going to inject the contrast. And that's good. So what we're seeing already on the bottom part, that's collaterals to the right coronary artery. And that was the area that was ischemic on his stress echo. So we're going to see that the right is occluded. So let's go AP cranial. The circumflex has a little bit of disease in it, but nothing that looks bodacious. So.